The Case of Sangye-Jugong Complex. 5. And the Burden of Reconstruction Costs. In the bustling metropolis of Seoul, South Korea, where skyscrapers pierce the skyline and rapid urbanization has transformed the city into a global economic powerhouse, pockets of older public housing complexes serve as reminders of the country's post-war development era. One such example is the Sangye-Jugong apartment complex, 5 located in Sangye-dong, Naengmyeon, a northeastern district of Seoul. Naengmyeon is a densely populated residential area on the city's outskirts, known for its mix of middle and lower middle-class neighborhoods. Built in the late 1980s by the Korea National Housing Corporation, formerly known as Jugong, these complexes were part of a massive government initiative to provide affordable housing for the working class during South Korea's economic boom. Sangye-Jugong 5 specifically occupies a land area of about 33,854 square meters and consists of low-rise buildings totaling 840 units, each around 31 square meters, compact homes that have housed generations but are now outdated, with aging infrastructure and limited modern amenities. Reconstruction, or jeonchuk, in Korean, is a common process in Seoul's older districts, more luxurious high-rises. This not only modernizes living spaces, but also significantly increases property values in a real estate market that has seen explosive growth. However, in lower-tier areas like Sangye, often characterized by smaller units, older demographics, and less affluent owners, the process is frequently stalled by financial hurdles. Owners, many of whom are original residents, or wonjumin, native inhabitants, must bear a substantial portion of the construction costs through cooperative fees. With South Korea's construction industry facing skyrocketing material and labor expenses due to global inflation, supply chain disruptions, and post-pandemic recovery, these costs have ballooned, leading to disputes, delays, and even project cancellations. This creates a vicious cycle. Without reconstruction, property values stagnate, but the high upfront costs deter progress, leaving residents in limbo. A recent case in point is the ongoing saga at Sangye-Jugong 5, as reported in the Korean economic press on August 24, 2025. According to industry sources, the complex, which has been treading water since terminating its contract with GS Engineering and Construction in 2023, is now poised to partner with Hanwha Construction. The project aims to redevelop the 840 existing 31 square meter units into a modern complex of up to 35 stories, comprising 996 apartments, along with ancillary welfare facilities. Remarkably, this site was once hailed as one of the fastest-moving reconstruction projects in the area. Yet, the past 2 years have been marked by stagnation. In January 2023, GS Construction was selected as the contractor, but widespread owner backlash erupted over the proposed construction fee of 6.5 million won per 3.3 square meters, roughly equivalent to a pyeong, a traditional Korean unit of area, deemed exorbitantly high. This led to the contract's termination in November of that year. Undeterred, the cooperative raised the fee to 7.7 million won per 3.3 square meters and relaunched the bidding process. However, the April tender drew no interest from builders, and it was only in the second round, closing this month, that Hanwha Construction submitted a solo bid. The success of such reconstruction ventures hinges on the original residents' grasp of capitalist principles. The success of such reconstruction ventures hinges on the original residents' grasp of capitalist principles. If one empathizes with the high inflation of the Jerome Powell era, referring to the U.S. Federal Reserve Chair's tenure amid post-pandemic price surges globally, then betting on enduring elevated building costs could yield outsized rewards. By pushing forward with new construction, Owners stand to gain from asset appreciation that far outpaces the initial outlay, transforming modest holdings into valuable modern assets. Conversely, if residents falter in this wager, and instead demand government intervention with pleas of, "Give us," or "Do it for us," the outcome could be dire. For the inhabitants of Sangyeojugong, 5, this might mean forfeiting portions of their land shares and ending up in rental apartments within the rebuilt complex, diluting their ownership stakes. Consider this analogy. If a bowl of premium Pyongyang naengmyeon, cold buckwheat noodles from a trendy spot, now costs $20,001, about $15, thus what should be the value of shares in essential corporations or prime land that sustain our lives? Remember, if your salary rises by 5%, the price of that naengmyeon might climb 7%, while stocks in top global firms and land values could surge 10% or more. In Seoul's unforgiving real estate landscape, understanding these dynamics is key. Embrace the market's realities, or risk being left behind in the dust of progress.